Ah, hello, fellow Ambazonians, fellow Ambazonians. Ah, welcome, fellow Ambazonians. Welcome. Breaking good news. Breaking big good news. Welcome the great people of Ambazonia. Yes. Welcome the great people of Ambazonia. The bravest people on the face of the earth. Welcome. We've got all good news today. Yes, the Cameroon government. Yes, Cameroon has spoken. Cameroon is packing out. The defeat is real. Yes. All right. We'll be speaking in Pidgin today. All right. Fellow Ambazonians, would I welcome? Ay, my heart never sued me so. Oh, my heart never ever sued me so. Would I welcome? When I get good news, Ambazonians, when I get the best news, when I don't ever get them for this liberation struggle. So, when I get the best news, when I invite other people, they can't join we. When I get the best news, Ambazonia don't shake it like the public. News sweet. Cry die there for Yaoundé. The house there for Yaoundé. News never ever sweet so. La Republique they cry. Cry die there for Yaoundé. My heart never sweet so. So when I welcome all man, as when I join, when I make sure say when I invite other people them before we bring the breaking news, the good news will don't happen for inside Ambazonia today, which it don't happen inside Lebialem today. The big breaking news we don't come up for inside the great state of Lebialem, and for tell when I what it happen. Life sweet. And the best time this for be alive, for be an Ambazonia. Oh, my man. Oh, our people then. My fellow Ambazonians. Now the best time this for be an Ambazonia. Now the best time this for be alive as an Ambazonia. I don't know what they call them miracles. But for my own understanding, what the Ambazonian people don't do for La République du Cameroun, the only word we I get them for use them, na miracle, will be people that want to create miracles. Today, the Cameroon colonial government, it don't officially, publicly admit, say Ambazonia don't defeat them inside the state of Lebialem. The Cameroon colonial government, it don't publicly talk am, say Cameroon don't lost the war for Lebialem. Say Ambazonia, it don't defeat Cameroon for the state of Lebialem. All this one, it come at a time where the Ambazonian Forces, they launch the highest campaign for their liberation. There is no perfect time for being an Ambazonian than now. There is no time, there is no other time for being so proud for this generation than now. Wait till this generation don't do it. People they already write history books. They go lack words for describe the Ambazonian people. The Cameroon colonial governor, Okala Bilai, today, for Menji, the capital of the state of Lebialem, for the Ambazonian territory, he go for they bring it for a helicopter with the military and knees openly cry. Okala Bilai cry. He cry. A governor, a colonial governor cry for what the Ambazonian people don't teach them. For what the Ambazonian people don't do them. All this one, it happened now because of the Ambazonian strategy for self-defense. And part of self-defense, now for delegitimize the occupational system, now for chase out the colonial administrators, now for make the territory ungovernable to the colonial administrators, now for make away Cameroon enough to rule or administer the occupation for Ambazonia anymore. Now part of the self-defense strategy. Part of the self-defense strategy, right? Now for stop economic exploitation so that the Cameroon colonial government enough to exploit Ambazonian resources and collect taxes. Right? All wanna know this one. So the strategy package with the Ambazonian people create them for the liberation, it don't achieve the objectives with the leader set them for now. For delegitimize Cameroon, make it may be impossible for them to get the ability for administer occupation for Ambazonia and for chase out their colonial authorities. As we promise them, in a matter of time, Cameroon go buckle. And today, the Cameroon colonial governor, Okala Bilai, he don't go for inside Lebialem, and he officially, publicly admit, say Cameroon don't lost the war for Lebialem, Cameroon don't lost the state of Lebialem, the state of Lebialem don't fall, Cameroon don't be defeated. Before we continue the conversation, make una take una own mop, una take una own eye, una ear. But before I bring una the video, make I give some clarity for all our people then. The purpose of our fight now for take back the land where they under occupation. The purpose of our liberation now for take back the land where they under occupation. Right? We fight for take back the land where they under occupation. Lebialem be the first state where Ambazonian people, they don't totally defeat Cameroon and take back the land. Where the Ambazonian forces, they don't defeat Cameroon and take back the land. What strategy, as will be promised to our people there, as will be assured to our people there, they will achieve the objectives based on effective implementation of that strategy by our National Liberation Army and other liberation forces. So make all una be very proud of what una don't accomplish. Make una be very proud. Say with all the agents we Cameroon don't recruit them for our liberation struggle, the Ambazonian people don't prevail. The spirit of nationalism don't prevail. The spirit of truth and honesty, the spirit of the implementation of the strategy don't prevail. Lebialem don't become the first state where Ambazonia, they don't capture them. Where Ambazonia, they don't defeat La République du Cameroun 100%. Lebialem don't become the first state. For 2020, the Cameroon colonial government, based on Ambazonian progress for Lebialem, and based on the fact that the Cameroon government not be able for get any form of control or legitimacy for Lebialem, the Cameroon colonial government for 2020, it decided for close all the secondary schools, all the primary schools, all the nursery schools, and move all the teachers then, transfer the schools and the teachers to Fako. So what will be remain? Now, for the middle part of 2022, they don't finally can admit total defeat. And they cry for public. Una take una own eye and una own ears, una ear.
To their villages to come back to this city. As you can see, the city has become the city of Menji. The headquarters of Lebialem division has become a ghost town. All the public services are abandoned, vandalized in the bushes. So the SZO should pull all the living forces, the elite, the politicians, the official elected, to come back. The head of state, as I said, created this division to give a platform for development to those people of Lebialem. This pole of development, this instrument should not become now a problem, a worry, a stone in the shoes of the Republic. And the elite too, the politicians, those who are doing politics or occupying functions on behalf of the people of Lebialem, they should come back to assist the administration. Because no matter the courage and the engagement of the SZO and his collaborator of forces of law and order, they can't do anything without the population. They are coming here following recommendation and appointment of the head of state to pull the development. And the development is for the people. If the people are not there, then so this message is an appeal to the people of Lebialem, but not only to the people of Lebialem, to the entire region, because this is, I think, the only case in the Republic where a whole division, a whole quarter of a division, a prefecture, has been abandoned because the civil servants, the population, have been traumatized. It is unbelievable. In the other localities, people are dreaming to have such an instrument of development, a whole division as an administrative unit. But here, the head of state gave it to the Lebialem people, and they are rubbing it in the mud. They have thrown it.
Una don't take una own mop, una yeram. Una don't take una own mop, una yeram. Una don't take una own ear, una yeram. All the Cameroon colonial administrators, they don't run away from the Lebialem. They don't abandon their colonial post. All them. From the SDO to the DOs. Everybody. Don't run. Because of Ambazonian strength. Because of the focus of our resistance. As we tell the Ambazonian people, the Ambazonia Governing Council, it be carved out a couple of states when for the Ambazonian Defense Forces, they go put their concentration, they go put their focus for liberate those states. And Lebialem will be one of them. Lebialem now don't fall. They totally under the Ambazonian people, their control. Now the state don't fall. The forces, they don't achieve the mission we want to give them. Now not time for defend that freedom. Now not time for defend that state. Now not time for protect that part of our sovereignty. Because the liberation strategy, it will be enough for push the occupier out and then we will take control. If we not take immediate steps for fill in the vacuum by this defeat of the occupier not will come back for fill the vacuum. The occupier will fill in the vacuum with very bad actors. Like what did it happen for Womb? Like what did it happen for Menchon? Like what did it happen? They go use Boko Haram. They go use black or dark forces for fill in the gap. We get for step up. We fight for capture territory. We fight for take back our territory. Now the forces, they don't deliver a state to we. So now the time for the Ambazonian people then. We be asked for freedom. We say we want freedom. Now that freedom don't come. The Lebialem don't fall. A time for the Ambazonian people to get out of their political confusion with some of these proxy groups where they don't feel, they don't twist people with their head. A time than this so we forget into the serious business of our liberation struggle. Because there is no better time than for woke up for morning time. You hear say the Cameroon colonial government don't admit, say don't be defeated for the Lebialem. Now time for we for take control. Now time for we for understand the importance of this. It be so important. If you know control territory, you don't get no leverage for anything. When I see what did happen between Russia and Ukraine, a perfect example. When I see Russia don't move all its focus, put them for two regions, capturer and controller. Now leverage that for negotiation. Now ultimate leverage that for negotiation. Now ultimate leverage that. Those two regions we don't capture them. As long as he hold on to it, now ultimate leverage that. There is no other leverage. Now the land be the leverage. Now we don't capture an entire state. The state don't fall. I want to appeal for you. If you want you ask for independence. You rise up for independence. And the victory is. It be yours. I know I make you only claimer. I want to make you take full control of that independence. Defend the Lebialem. One state they under our control now. Now na time for we to defend that state, for protect the freedom of that state. Now I leverage that. Now our first pillar of leverage that. Once you take full control of that state and you feel defend them, whether la republic go up, come down, you don't get some team where the world must beg you for negotiation. Now the first step of recognition this, as Dr. Ayabacho, he promised the Ambazonian people, if we implement the strategy, the victory will come. War, not been a hope. War, a strategy. War, for win war, not been a matter of hope and dreaming. A matter of roadmap, strategy, and hard work. Just like life. Life and success not been a hope. Vision, a strategy, and daily actions for achieve those goals. So the Ambazonian Governing Council, vision, they give them the vision, they give them the roadmap, they give them the strategy, and they create the forces for take daily actions. And I want to get the results now. So I want to make these things excite you. If you never ever be excited, now a moment this. If you did for some place, go buy a one bottle mimbo. If you get one bottle mimbo for house, or one glass matango, or mbu, or matutu, or you get a small afofop, or anything we get, whether on a Fanta or a Coca-Cola, or on a cocoa mimbo, that mimbo where they come up for cocoa, when they make that fresh cocoa, they put cocoa for big basket them, and then that juice come out. Whether now we get a can and drink. Now mango season this, whether a mango juice you make a can and drink. Whatever you get, whether na water, but near time this for celebrate, near time this for feel alive, near time this for be so proud of your forces, near time this for be so proud of your leadership. Now time this for you, for woke up and say, oh my God, one state don't fall. If one state don't fall, me know say the second state go fall. Because success, it is starting step by step, momentum by momentum. Cameroon already lost the overall war in terms of ideology, in terms of say they don't lost legitimacy, in terms of say they don't lost the ability for govern and control Ambazonia. But now within a state, an entire state, they don't lost them. They don't lost control of territory. There is no occupation without territory. You know, if you just occupy people then, you occupy the territory and then the people they did it. Our goal now for dismantle the occupation and then we take over. And the opportunity is for we for take over for Lebialem. And the appeal for Ambazonians across the diaspora. And the appeal for Ambazonians on ground zero. Dr. Abacho make a promise owner. General Efa make a promise owner. The result don't happen. And the appeal for owner. Una stand up. Una join this man. Una join this leader. Una join this servant. Una join una pikin. Make we deliver this freedom we all fight for. Lebialem don't fall. La Republic don't admit defeat. Now na time for we for solidify our gains. Now na time for we for build a strong defense system for protect that victory for Lebialem. If we not protect that victory for Lebialem, then all the fight all the sacrifices, it go be in vain. Then the occupier, it go try for use the military, try for use their enablers, for try for re-establish political control, governance, and then gain legitimacy. We don't already delegitimize them. We don't already make them enough govern again. We don't already make them enough administer their colonialism anymore. Why we get for achieve victory? And then we leave them. The struggle, use corruption, use bribery, use all kind of things, use manipulation, use internal enablers like the Christianos for weaken we and then re-establish their control. It don't make sense. That's why I want to make this appeal for you. That's why the appeal for you. Join the Ambazonian Governing Council for we for start to implement full Ambazonian Transition Authority in the State of Lebialem. Join the Ambazonian Governing Council for we for fill in that gap by the defeat of Cameroon, by creating an Ambazonian Transition Authority for the State of Lebialem, backed up by powerful force. We could defend our freedom. We could defend our land. Now our ultimate leverage this to recognition and to independence. And the first step is will be very close. So I hope say you be a person where you want freedom for yourself, you want freedom of the land, and you want freedom for our people. And now with this victory don't come out for Lebialem. Now with the hard work, or collective hard work, you don't achieve this victory. I hope say you will secure your victory. Because when you achieve victory, you must secure the victory. So I call for all our papa them, all our mommy them, all our brothers and sisters for join the Ambazonian Governing Council for we for secure the victory, for defend that victory and proclaim as it don't happen. Over the coming hours, we will see the forces. We will hear from our forces. Over the coming hours, we will hear from our forces in the state of Lebialem. Now, a big breakthrough moment this for the Ambazonian liberation struggle. And I hope so this message bring you joy. I hope so this message bring you hope. I hope so this message bring you to a new level of commitment. I hope say with all your sacrifices, you know now say you be paid a price. You make those contributions. You make those arguments for something to be real. The victory be real. Now your own. Collect them, defend them, own them, and take full control. I invite all now for join the Ambazonian Governing Council for we for defend the liberated state of Lebialem. For join the Ambazonian Governing Council for we for help our people them. For implement full transition authority. For self-governance. And the reason this will be fight. For liberate the land and create a political opportunity for our people them, where they fit start the process for govern themselves through the Ambazonian Transition Authority. Where the people they fit start for create that Ambazonia we don't dream about. We don't fight for. Our people they fit start for living peace, in dignity as Ambazonians. Start for rebuild the economy. Start for practice the Ambazonian culture without intoxication. I thank you plenty for your sacrifices. I want to thank all the forces where they don't make this possible. The Ambazonian Defense Forces, and all the other forces who they fight very hard for deliver Lebialem to the Ambazonian people. I want to thank our general for the great state of Lebialem, and I want to thank all other commanders who did not pay the ultimate price for make this day happen. May God bless we. May God bless the Ambazonian people. Lebialem are the first step towards Ambazonian full sovereignty. When I get a blessed Thursday, may God bless you. May God keep you safe. Or when I get my phone number, if this message excites you a lot, because when I know I'm not be a person where I can do propaganda, they do things based on facts and evidence, both empirical evidence and physical evidence. All right? So if this message touch you, it excites you, it inspires you, and you say, look, we really get for step up, then do something. Call me. Make we get a discussion. Call me, make we start a process. Join all we. Make we join the people of Lebialem and our forces for Lebialem for start the process of implementing the full Ambazonian Transition Authority across the state of Lebialem as one people under one nation, under God, Ambazonia.